Alright. So, I started doing something that I did a while back. A while ago, I would, and it's always recommended to me by everybody, or not everybody, but, for in the gym, record your weights, your workouts, like what weights you're using, you know, how heavy, with how many reps, right? I know that probably doesn't make sense. I just woke up. So I started doing it again. For a while there, I was recording my progress, and it made things way easier. It took a little time, right? Because you have to write everything out, unless you want to get an app to do it, which you can do that. But so I would say this. Grab a notebook and do it in like 6-week blocks, right? So you'll have, some would call it a mesocycle, followed by a deload. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can do that if you're on, like, you know, if you're really pushing yourself or you're super fatigued. But I just kind of switched the training up is all. So, take a notebook. For example, what I did was the first 6 pages are just legs. And I do legs about once a week. And so it's 6 weeks, 6 pages of legs. The same exercise and the same volume on each leg day. The only thing that changes is the weight, right? So for example, today I'm doing legs. It's going to start with hamstring curls, and I'm going to do 5 sets of that. My goal is 12 reps. Maybe 15. And what I'll do is I'll record the weight, right? And I'm going to go to failure. So I'm going to choose a weight that I can get 12 to 15 reps out of. And I'm going to do that 5 times. And if I can't do that for all 5 sets, I'll switch, or I'll go down in weight. Right? So hamstring curls for 5 sets. For example, I was able to do 90 pounds for 15 on the first set. Second set, 90 pounds for 13. Well, now I know I could probably not get 12, so I'll just drop it down to 85. 85 for 13. 85 for 11. Okay, that's 4 sets in. I just got down under my 12 rep target. So I'm going to drop it down further. Not down to the point where it's easy. It should still be tough. You're going to be pushing yourself, dude. That's how you grow. That's how you get stronger, how you get bigger. So on that last set, it'll probably be 80, right? So we went from 90 to 85 down to 80. And don't be, I've done this for so long where I'm just like meandering through my workout, and I'm just like, I lost track of how many sets I did, and they're just kind of fuck off sets. And the last one I actually put out. You know, don't do that, because that ain't good. That's you're wasting your time. I mean, you might get some, you know, development out of that, but to maximize efficiency, put out as hard as you fucking can from rep 1, from set 1. I mean, obviously do a warm-up, but after that, fucking no holds barred, fucking send it. So that's what I'm going to do for the first set. The second one is just squats. The goal rep is 12. My stamina when I do squats is lacking to be nice. That's being nice to myself. So the next one will be squats. Right now I know I can get 12 out of 135. I'm pretty sure I can get 12 out of 155. Now my legs, like I said, my legs, stamina there sucks. And so my squatting, I neglected squatting forever in lieu of leg extension. There you go, like that. So yeah, after that we'll move on to walking lunges. So instead of in place lunges, you just walk, and I call them there and backs. I go from the dumbbell rack over to the water fountain and back, weighted. And so I'll do that 3 times. I typically only put the weight in one hand, just to get a little bit of core activation, a little extra core activity. And I alternate hands, so I'll go down with my right hand and back with my left. After that is leg extension, just to polish off them quads. That's 3 sets. Goal rep there is 20 reps, and that's gonna fucking suck and it's gonna hurt. I think I'm at, now we have one of those older hammer strength machines. It's kind of a weird range of motion on that one, or not range of motion, but it's kind of a weird setup. So when you extend, you can't just boom out like that. You gotta go slow, because if you go up like that, the weights are on a pivot, and if you slam it up, the weights just go up in the air, and there's nothing stopping it. And so, you know, on its way down, if you catch it and it's too heavy, you're not ready for it or whatever, you risk injury there. So it's kind of a weird one. The other one we have is a Nautilus machine, and I hate it with a passion. And because the padding is so fucking tough, it's like you might as well grab a block of wood, you know. And I'm not there to fucking, I'm not doing Taekwondo, Muay Thai. I'm not there for body hardening, you know. I'm not here for fucking callus on my quads or on my shins. And then to finish it all off, we'll do calf raises, either seated or standing on the Smith machine. Depends on what's available. If the Smith machine's not available, then we're going to do seated. Now that one's going to be kind of hard because the weight's different. I can go way heavier on the standing calf raise with the Smith machine than I can on the seated, and I don't know why. I don't know. So yeah, I would say grab yourself a notebook. It's 99 cents at fucking Safeway, or if you go to the dollar store, 99 cents, or not even anymore, huh? $1.25, whatever. Get a notebook, or write it down on your phone, whatever. Just some way that you can track it week by week, so that way next leg day I'll look back and be like, okay, I was able to do 90 pounds for 15. Let's try 95 for 15, right? And so then you can get that progressive overload and get big, you know, heavier and heavier. It's just a good way to track it, because otherwise you go in there, there's so many exercises that we do throughout the week. It's hard to remember, you know, what you were doing last week, you know. So I would just say pick per day, chest day, leg day, back day, whatever, pick some exercises that you know that feel good, and that you feel like you can actually squeeze some progress out of, and just stick with those for a cycle, right? So do like a 6-week cycle, you know, and you pick your intensity, or I mean not intensity, you should always be going pretty intense, but pick your volume. Whether you're going to do a cycle of really high weight low repetition stuff, like 5 to 8 reps, or you're gonna do, you know, super hypertrophic shit where you're gonna do low weight, super high rep, or somewhere in the middle where you're like what I'm doing, 12 to 15. There are some people that get gains out of 30 reps, more like better gains out of 30 reps than they would out of 12. So experiment. You know, it might take a year or two to actually figure out what the fuck your body prefers. And I still need to do that as well. I've done the low weight, high repetition sets or cycles. I've done the medium ones, which I'm doing right now, and my next cycle will be this like super high rep stuff. But fuck, dude, that shit is exhausting, and it's not super exhausting in the target muscle always. Like, so for example, you're doing lat pull down, dude, my fucking I mean, I guess it's part of the targeted muscle group, but my rear delts get smoked way before my actual lats do. But, you know, big rear delts never fucking killed anybody, so whatever. But yeah, another one too, and this is the most common one, is forearms. Your forearms will get smoked, you know, before you even feel it in your back with that high rep stuff. So, but yeah, I would do that, and I'll put a picture up, either in the thumbnail or in the beginning or somewhere, you know, somewhere like right in here, where it'll be a picture of my logbook, and I'll have an empty next to a completed, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But fucking do it, because if you're stagnant, you know, and you've been in the gym and you just can't either get stronger or you can't get bigger, try that. Try it. You know, obviously you got to hit your macros. You got to be eating. Make sure you're eating. You can't just work out a shit ton, barely eat, and expect to grow. That's not how it works. So make sure you're eating. That's another thing about it too, is actually dialing in your diet. It's way easier than you think. It just is hard. It takes time. It takes a little bit of research and know-how to kind of decipher your what the macros are and what you're eating. You know, I have to math it out a little bit. You need a scale, weigh it out. That's if you're getting super technical with it. I kind of eyeball it all. But anyway, I'll put up a video or a picture on top of this video, thumbnail, and in the video, so you can actually, I'll put it up for some time so you can read it. And I'll talk to you in the next video. I'll talk to you in the next video.